again, welcome back to our program. We're talking about career resilience. Our lines are open for you to call in with any of your questions or comments. Michael Rosenberg is joining me. He is the founder of Flexible Thinkers and also author of 2 books. Let's take a look at them again. Extreme Career Performance and The Flexible Thinker. Now again, we were talking about the economy, a person finding themselves perhaps on the job search. It takes certain skills. I love what you said about networking. Don't stay in the corner just trying to send out resume after resume. You've got to network. It's a fundamental part of the job search. You've got to do it, period. But in order to show off who you are, to try to market yourself, you've got to be marketable somehow. And that's where your expertise comes in.
Well, what I'd like to do is that I'm going to give a couple tools.
Yes.
And these are really thinking tools and communication tools. So the idea of what we're going to do really right now is how you need to think of yourself. Because once you get out there, you'll shine. I mean, once you volunteer and you get a chance to do something, you should have the ability to shine. And that isn't really, again, it's learning. It's the learning. I want to give you this. So, Christine, you know what that object is?
Hey, I thought it was a real orange, okay? Boy, this thing looks real. Even if you're not on the television, even if you're outside watching the television and you're on the set here, okay, this looks real.
It does.
Okay,
that's why I bought a bunch of them.
Now, you got to tell me afterward where you got this, okay? Because this will go great on my dining room table.
It's all yours.
Oh, great, I get to keep it.
Okay, so now, it's an orange.
Okay, now it's a tool, and you mentioned that in your book, Career Performance.
So what I do in a workshop is I throw it to people and we pretend like it's a real orange. And so, again, here's a situation like what people are facing. So the situation I describe is you've got 100,000 crates of oranges. Oranges have now been found to be bad for your health. You can no longer use it to eat or drink with in any way, shape, or form. It's the idea of British beef, right? Good for you one day, melts your brain the next. And so you've got 100,000 of these things. You have to get rid of them. I need a new use for it right now.
Hey, I just caught it.
I caught it. So a ball, right? And so you'll pass it over, and here I'll pass it here. You could do maybe earrings. And so we could play a game like this, and we could create different options for the orange. So my first tool for everybody is orange. And orange means to redefine and to think three-dimensionally. Because once you've gone through this, you never look at an orange the same way again, once you've done this. And so once you take this orange, just stay for a second, and you look at it from here. How many people look at their situation, they look at it like this, two-dimensionally? What happens if you look at it from here, on here? From here, all of a sudden you come up with different options. You know, William Tell, you know, it's target practice, hat, and earring, earmuff, you know, clown nose. So once you start to look at things three-dimensionally and you redefine them, then you're oranging it. And so we created common language, orange it. So orange it for me for a second. And we play this game, orange it. So then I say to apply it into real situations. So for instance, Christine, I will ask you to, what do you do for a living?
Okay, now I got to think which one here, okay?
Okay, well just tell me one thing you do for a living.
I'm a producer and a host.
Absolutely wrong answer. Okay, good.
And I'm a columnist.
Wrong answer. So we all do the same thing for a living. I'm going to orange you right now. You're a problem solver.
Yes.
And I'm a problem solver. People will always pay you to solve problems. They won't pay you to create them. Enough people are willing to do that one for free.
That's a surefire way to get fired.
That is a sure way. Although some people, you got to understand, have to really think about that one. So how we see ourselves, how you look at the orange. If you can look at this orange and look at it differently, you can look at yourself in the mirror differently. You can look at your career differently. Orange your career. Orange yourself, your processes, your family. You know, it's all in how you look at it. So once you've redefined the orange, and I've had people come and after 15 years tell me, you know, and they didn't even remember me. Somebody was actually talking to me and said, you know, a guy came to our company a number of years ago. He did this thing with an orange, and I never forgot the orange. In fact, I was just talking to my wife about that. I said, was the guy's name Michael Rosenberg? That's it. I said, that's me. And he was so, oh my gosh. But you can never look at it the same way again, nor should you look at yourself. You shouldn't look at your career the same way again. So part of it is to look at who you are. And once you start to do that, and this is the problem with organizations, is that what we do with this is we create a common language. Once you've done this, you always look at the orange, you always remember, I can look at this differently. And so